My boyfriend trapped me in the car for 2 hours during his sister's wedding, claiming, in his words, "My family doesn't need to see your pitiful face and tacky dress." He snatched my phone and abandoned me there. I'd spent 2 months saving for their wedding gift. When he finally let me inside, he introduced me as merely a colleague while flirting with the bridesmaids. I forced a smile. Weeks later, he flooded my phone with 41 desperate voicemails. I'd been with Rohan for 8 months, and I thought we were solid, not fairy tale perfect, but definitely in the realm of something meaningful. But at his sister's wedding, the cracks in our relationship erupted into a full-blown catastrophe. Let me backtrack to how we met, because it underscores why this betrayal cuts so deep. We crossed paths in what seemed like destiny. I was at a music festival where Rohan's company was sponsoring a stage. During the main act, a storm hit and the sound system failed, sparking chaos. As I navigated the crowd, someone collided with me. That was Rohan. He made up for it by helping me search for my lost earring in the mob. We ended up talking for hours under a tarp after the rain cleared. He said my smile amid the madness was the most captivating thing he'd ever seen. My heart melted. Fast forward to the wedding. His sister Priya's big day. I'd never met his family, which, looking back, was a glaring warning sign. He always had excuses. They're tied up, they live too far, Priya's swamped with wedding plans. But now I'd finally meet them. I spent weeks picking the perfect dress, sophisticated, not over the top. I settled on a lilac midi dress with subtle gold threading. I paired it with the gold necklace Rohan gave me for our 6-month milestone. The gift? Priya and her fiancé Arjun adore Italian food and dream of Tuscany. I saved for 2 months to contribute to their honeymoon fund, €1,500 in cash, plus a voucher for a cooking workshop in Florence, all in a hand-painted wooden box with vineyard designs. Rohan thought it was excessive, but I wanted his family's approval. The wedding day came. Rohan picked me up, visibly on edge. I chalked it up to family stress. On the drive to the venue, a vineyard an hour from the city, he started criticizing my dress. "Is that what you're wearing?" "My family's traditional." My confidence faltered, but I'd invested too much in this look to doubt myself. We arrived at 2:30 p.m. for the 3 p.m. ceremony. Rohan parked behind some trees. Then he dropped a bombshell. "Stay in the car. I need to prepare my family before introducing you." I laughed, assuming it was a joke. It wasn't. His expression turned cold. "They're particular. Just wait here." I was floored. "They know about me, right?" I asked. He snapped, "My family doesn't need to see your pitiful face and tacky dress. Stay here." Before I could respond, he grabbed my phone from my bag and locked me in with his key fob. I sat there stunned. The car grew stifling under the June sun. I tried the doors, honked the horn, no one noticed. 2 hours dragged by. The ceremony came and went without me. My makeup was smeared, my dress creased. I considered smashing a window but hesitated, not wanting to escalate. Finally, Rohan returned, unlocked the door, and said, "They're ready for you now," as if nothing had happened. He refused to give my phone back, saying later. I was a wreck, but 2 days to argue. At the reception, Priya glowed. Rohan introduced me. "This is Neha, a colleague from work." 8 months together, reduced to a colleague. Then he winked at a bridesmaid, who laughed. I smiled politely, crumbling inside. The next morning, Rohan drove me home, acting like everything was fine. He leaned in for a kiss. I turned away. The gift? It was with the others at Priya and Arjun's place. Rohan claimed credit for it. I didn't sleep, replaying the humiliation. Was our entire relationship a sham? Days later, I recreated the gift, another €1,500, another cooking workshop voucher, another vineyard-themed box. I found out about Priya's family dinner and showed up unannounced. Rohan froze when he saw me with the gift. Priya opened the door. "You're the colleague from the wedding?" I handed her the box. "This is for you, and I'm not just a colleague." The truth poured out. Priya was appalled. Rohan arrived, trying to spin lies, but our texts, photos, and the necklace I wore exposed him. His family was revolted. His father demanded, "Did you lock her in the car?" Rohan broke down. They invited me to stay for dinner without Rohan. Priya and Arjun were wonderful. Later, Rohan bombarded me with voicemails, angry, then pleading. His family disowned him. 2 weeks later, Priya and I met for coffee. She shared that Rohan was always the favored child, but now his true nature was clear. They reimbursed me for half the gift and invited me on their Tuscany trip. Rohan's final voicemails swung from fury to begging. I ignored them. I changed my locks and added a security camera. Last night, I wrote in the journal Priya gave me, sometimes we cling to an illusion of someone long after the truth emerges. I'm moving on, stronger. 3 months after the wedding fiasco, life found a new rhythm. Priya and Arjun became unexpected friends, weekly coffee, group outings, even a weekend trip to a hill station. It was strange how such pain led to such meaningful bonds. One evening, Priya called, her tone strained. Neha, Rohan's been contacting us, me, Mom, even Arjun. He claims he's changed. I gripped my phone. What did you say? I told him to prove it to you, but only if you're open to it. I wasn't, or so I thought. But fate had other plans. The next Saturday, I was at a bookstore, browsing Tuscany travel guides, when I felt someone staring. I turned. It was Rohan, holding a book called Becoming Your Best Self. He looked different, gaunt, his usual smug grin replaced by uncertainty. Neha, he said quietly, can we talk? 5 minutes? I should have left, but curiosity got the better of me. We sat in the cafe corner, and for the first time, Rohan spoke without bravado. I lost everything my family, my ego, you. I've been in therapy. I didn't see how toxic I was until you made me confront it. I sipped my coffee unmoved. I'm sorry, he continued. Not because I got caught, but because I hurt you. You deserved better. Then a twist. A woman approached our table, Gina, the bridesmaid he'd flirted with. My stomach sank. But she smiled at me. Neha, right? I'm glad I saw you. I owe you another apology. And a warning. She glared at Rohan. He showed up at my place last week, whining about missing you. Pathetic. Rohan paled. Gina, that's not save it, she cut him off. She handed me a folded note. Read this later, alone. At home, I opened it. Neha, Rohan's lying again. No therapy. He's telling everyone you forgave him and are reconciling to win back his family. Be careful. I laughed bitterly. Some people never change. That night, Rohan called. Neha, about today, Gina's just jealous. She's always liked me. Stop, I said icily. I know the truth. You're still a manipulative liar. But I'm done caring. Silence. Then a quiet, you're right. Click. The next morning, Priya called, livid. Rohan told Mom you're back together. What's going on? I sighed. We're not. I'm finished for good. Priya paused. Arjun and I were thinking, come to Tuscany with us next month. Get away from this mess. Tears welled up. I'd love that. 1 year later, I'm writing this from a sun-drenched terrace in Florence, sipping espresso. Priya and Arjun are inside, bickering playfully over pasta recipes. Rohan? He sent one last half-hearted apology after his parents cut him off financially. I didn't respond. Sometimes, karma works on its own, like a train you're wise enough to let pass. If you connected with this story and felt its emotions, please like, share, and subscribe for more real-life tales and heartfelt experiences. Your support means everything and helps us share more stories like this. Thank you for reading, and I'll see you in the next one.